Hey folks, welcome back to Military Forces Unleashed. Today we're talking about something colossal, controversial, and absurdly expensive: the United States Navy. It's not just the most powerful Navy ever built, it's also the most complex, the most criticized, and in many ways, the most misunderstood. With 11 aircraft carriers, 70-plus destroyers, 50 submarines, and a mountain of support ships, this fleet stretches across every ocean on Earth. But under the steel and statistics, the real question is this: does all this firepower actually make sense? Or is it a billion-dollar solution still looking for a modern war? Picture this: a 100,000-ton warship carrying 60-plus aircraft powered by nuclear reactors and cruising at over 30 knots. Now imagine you have 11 of those, and you still don't know if your newest carrier's catapult will launch a jet without glitching. From super subs to... Let's get this straight. The U.S. Navy is still the big dog. No contest. Carriers like the USS Ford might cost $13 billion, but they're unmatched in global presence. Problem? They're also years behind schedule, with elevator systems that can't handle munitions and emails launch systems still being debugged. It's not just them. The Zumwalt-class destroyers promised to revolutionize naval combat, but with only 3 built and a gun that's too expensive to fire, they've become poster ships for design failure. And while literal combat ships were supposed to be fast, modular, and cheap, they're none of those things in practice. Most spend more time in maintenance than on mission. So who's actually doing the heavy lifting? The Arleigh Burke-class destroyers. Over 70 in service and counting. Built tough, packed with the Aegis combat system, and proven in real-world missions. The Navy keeps building them because, well, they actually work. No hype, no weird hull shapes, just results. Same with the aging Los Angeles-class submarines. They're Cold War era, but still stalking the depths like sharks in silence. The Virginia-class subs are the modern standard. Stealthy, fast, and capable of launching cruise missiles from underwater. Then there's the Ohio-class ballistic missile subs. Each one can flatten a continent. Quietly. Now let's talk about what keeps these monsters running, and it ain't diesel. In 2024 alone, the Navy's shipbuilding budget hit $25.8 billion. That's before fuel, maintenance, manpower, and upgrades. Just building the toys. And while we're spending billions on carriers and destroyers, support ships like oilers, supply ships, and hospital vessels barely make headlines. They aren't sexy, but they're the reason the fleet floats. No gas, no food, no ammo, no fight. And they're aging fast. The John Lewis class is finally coming online, but slowly, and not nearly fast enough. The deeper we go, the more we see a pattern. Big ideas, bigger budgets, and very mixed results. The LCS program was hyped as a flexible game changer. Instead, it turned into a logistical headache. The Ford class was meant to redefine carrier warfare. Here's the thing: no Navy on Earth can do what the U.S. Navy does. Period. Carrier strike groups aren't just tools, they're statements. When one shows up, things change. But this dominance comes with a cost, not just dollars, but readiness, reliability, and reputation. The U.S. Navy is simultaneously the most powerful and the most at risk of collapsing under its own weight. We've got systems that work, and systems we keep throwing money at, hoping they'll work someday. And with threats evolving from hypersonic missiles to drone swarms, that someday might be too late. So is the U.S. Navy the ultimate sea power, or just the loudest one still afloat? Drop your verdict in the comments. What class do you think deserves more credit, and which one should have stayed on the drawing board? Smash that like button if you learned something today. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell to join our next mission briefing. Here on Military Forces Unleashed, we don't salute blindly. We ask the hard questions with no sugarcoating. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next battle briefing.